Growing up as a young girl in Africa, I've always believed that mental health issues are only seen in people who are walking on the street. Either their clothes torn, their clothes not in the right places, or maybe stark naked with unkempt hair. You could see they've not lived in a proper house for a long time, and they're going about the street, mumbling things to themselves that nobody can understand. Welcome back to Times of Refreshing. I'm your host, Toya Akole. I hope you're doing great and I hope you're keeping safe. I'm so glad I can be with you once again on Times of Refreshing. And I want to say that do forgive me for the fact that I've not posted any video in a while. It's just because I've been busy. But I hope you enjoy watching my video with Dr. Odun Obishesan when he talked about how we can become empowered in our various aspects of life. If you have not seen that video, please go ahead and watch it. So today on Times of Refreshing, I want to talk to us about mental health awareness. And my subtopic today is supporting people with mental health issues. Like I said, growing up in Africa, mental health issue was quite stigmatized. And that made us to believe that anybody that has a mental health problem is an insane person. And even after relocating to the Western world, find out that a lot of people still stigmatizes mental illnesses and mental issues. And so it also still keeps a lot of people in the box from coming out and seeking the help that they need. And for so many definitions around the globe, CDC, Better Life TV has said that mental illness is a general term that is used for a group of illnesses that might impact your thoughts, your perception, your feeling and behavior. And I tell you, we see this day to day, but just because we believe that mental health is only for those who are roaming the street insane, we do not look at the other aspects of mental health issues. And that has created a barrier for many people who have mental health issues. They are not able to seek the help they need. They cannot even talk about it to their family, their friends, the society, the community, because people are going to look down on them. But honestly, I'm so glad that the days we live in, a lot of lids have been lifted off mental health illnesses. And now people understand what this is. And what I want to talk about today is how to support people with mental health issues. And there are so many different types of mental health issues, and it is not a stigma because there's always help for mental health. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, even as we look at some other things that qualify as mental health illnesses or mental issues. So now let's talk about some of the mental health issues that people can be facing. One of it is anxiety disorder. There's behavioral and emotional disorder in children, especially. There's bipolar affective disorder. There's depression. There's dissociation and dissociative disorders. There's eating disorder that they've also put under mental health issues. Obsessive compulsory disorder, there's paranoia, there's post-traumatic stress disorder, there's psychosis, there's schizophrenia, and so many more like that. It is very important to know these things and to know what they are. But once people see some symptoms that has to do with mental health issues, it is good to talk to your primary physician who will refer you to a mental health professional. Let me start by saying that I'm not a mental health professional, expert, or provider. I'm doing this broadcast just to help us understand how to better support and help anyone in our sphere of influence who might be going through some mental health issues. And I'm doing this broadcast based on my findings, my research. And the first thing I want to say is that you have to educate yourself so that you know the specific mental health issue that person is dealing with. If you are able to do this, you are able to better understand their experiences and you know how to help them, how to support them in their journey to getting help for their mental health issue. The next thing is not being judgmental. Honestly, a lot of things that affect having mental health issues in those days is the fact that people are quick to say, oh, that person went insane because he's on drugs, because it's the witches, or it's in their family. So many things that are not relevant to what they are going through. Let us not be judgmental. Let us listen to anyone that has any mental health issues and is ready to share. Let us listen. Let us understand with them. Let us validate them. And then you can begin to make suggestions. But if you start by jumping and saying, oh, it's because you're doing this, they are going to clamp up and they will not want to talk to you again. It is also very important for us to be patient. Patience is a great virtue if you want to support those who are going through mental health issues, because it can take a period of time for recovery to happen. But if we are patient, understanding, and we're always there for them, we can actually be able to support them so that they can get better even as time goes on. One of the other ways we can actually, support and help people on mental health issues is by encouraging them to promote healthy habits. Healthy habits would help a lot. That is, they have to get good enough sleep. They have to have balanced diet to eat healthy. Physical activity is very healthy for the brain, and it also would promote agility, and it will help them with a lot of things that they might be going Another thing we need to do is to check in on them regularly, especially if they don't live with you. If they don't live with you, they might separate themselves. People who are going through depression many times separate themselves from other people. But we can check in on them by calling, by visiting, by sending them encouraging notes and texts to just help them to overcome the state of maybe loneliness or depression or whatever else mental issue they might be facing at any time in their life. One of the other things you can do, especially if whoever it is you're trying to support, if they are around you or even living with you, is to create a safe and secured environment for them. You must create a supportive environment. What do they need? What kind of mental illness are they going through? Once you educate yourself, you'll be able to know what they need. You'll be able to know how to support them. One of the things you can also do to support people is to create a supportive and safe environment for them. You have to know the particular mental health issue that person is dealing with so that you can provide the best, tailor-made, safe and supportive environment for that person. A lot of times people forget that even though people might be going through mental health issues, which can be anxiety disorder, like we said, bipolar, which can be depression, and so on and so forth, we must also know that everyone in life needs a boundary. Even you have boundaries that you have set for yourself. And so we must respect one another's boundary. We need to respect the boundaries of people who are going through any kind of mental health issue at all. Because when you respect their boundary, you give them space when needed and avoid pushing them too hard. A lot of people make that mistake. When you push people too hard beyond their boundaries, you are going to expect a meltdown. And that's why at times people say, oh, this person became so agitated, this person became so aggressive. It is because we do not respect boundaries. Let us respect boundaries. And I want to say, you must encourage professional help. If you are not a professional, a mental health professional, encourage professional help. Let people get professional help so that they can be further help beyond that which you cannot do. And lastly, I want to say pray. Yes, I'm a pastor. After we have done all this, we have fulfilled all righteousness, please pray, because God does answer prayers. Support the person also with prayers, and God will answer that prayer. So today, I just want to say that mental health issues is not a stigma. It is just like any other disease, any other illnesses that people face, and there is treatment for it. Once we support them, once we encourage them, once we do not stigmatize it again, once we let people come out of the box and be able to talk to healthcare professionals, they will get the help that they need and things will become better in their lives. So once again, thank you for staying tuned. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you put your comment. What do you think? How much has mental health awareness changed in Africa and even in the Western world? What do you think you can do to support others? I need to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Until next time on Times of Refreshing, I'm your host, Toyin Akanle. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.